I'm pretty sure we all know by this point, just a legitimate fact, that out of all the music out there in the world, video game music is where it's at. Some of the best music that I've ever heard in my life have come from video games. It's always solid all the time. But out of all of these amazing games and all of their amazing songs, which one is the best? And that's what we're going to talk about. I've compiled 10 video games with what I believe to be some of the best video game music. And out of the best, we're going to find out which one is the best. Let's get right into it. We're going to start off the list with a little bit of a curveball with Doom. Now, I know when you think best video game music, I'm sure Doom isn't the one that comes to mind. It's kind of intense, but that's exactly why it's on the list. Doom is a very much intense game, running and gunning, killing demons, ripping their heads open, and just... And the music for this game really encapsulates this feeling, which is why I firmly believe that this is S-tier music. Now, what's the challenger to Doom? Well, it's Undertale. And I know that's a name that we haven't heard in like, what, 7 years? It's been a while. It's been a long while since we've ever heard of Undertale. And it's been a long while since we've heard any of Undertale's music. Because even though Undertale has a lot of kind of pixelated music, that's not the right way to phrase it, but you know what I'm talking about. The thing is, though, there are a few that are a lot more unique, a lot more rock heavy. There's a whole plethora of different songs that come from Undertale, which is why I firmly believe that out of the best, Undertale is better than Doom. Next up on the list, we got Super Smash Bros. Brawl. That is a massive image. Now, I tried my best to kind of stay away from series kinds of games, because I just don't think it's fair. I think it's just too much. But I think Brawl is one of the exceptions because there's only a couple of Super Smash games. And out of all of them that I've played and seen so far, Brawl has the best music. It arguably and unmistakably, without a shadow of a doubt, has the best theme. I think that any music that Nintendo touches is just, it's just gold. It's always solid stuff. And it's for that reason, I think, and this might be controversial to some people, I think Brawl is better than Undertale music. The reason why is because it encapsulates a bunch of different Nintendo games and then does its own battle kind of twist on it. And it's a very unique thing. And that's why I'm putting it where it's putting it, and it's staying there, baby. Next up on the list, we got a classic, an oldie. It's been released 1,000 times. Skyrim, baby. Skyrim is just amazing, from the game to its music. It has stood the test of time better than I think any game I've ever seen. There's only a few games that can really rival Skyrim in both age and also its playability, and more so its music, because its music is amazing. It is just so good and so fun to listen to. It's like 50 songs. The album's like 50 songs long, ranging from really calming kind of environmental stuff to really action, dragon, fight. There's a lot of it. And it's because of that range that Skyrim has, and also the fact that Jeremy Soule is just an amazing conductor. It's going up there. And I think it's better than any of these other games when it comes to soundtrack. The next challenger on the list, Halo Reach, baby. And again, I know Halo is a series, but since there's like there's so many games, but since there's so many Halo games, I thought I should just narrow it down to one. And in my opinion, if there's one Halo game that has the best music, it's Halo Reach. Though it is very, very hard to make that decision because Halo 4 has some really good music, but I think Reach is just better. And while the music for Halo is really, really good, I don't think it's as good as many of these on the list so far. I'm sorry, I just don't think it is. Bear in mind, these are all S tier, all up there and in the highest. But to that point, I don't think it's better than Skyrim. I don't think it's better than Brawl. Is it better than Undertale though? Ooh. Because I do think it's better than Doom. I do think it's better than Doom music. Oh, it's gonna be tough. It's a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, I'm sorry. I think Undertale's gonna beat Reach when it comes to music. And I know that's gonna be a really controversial opinion to have, but it's just the truth, baby. The next one on this list is kind of a curveball, kind of one that I'm sure that nobody was gonna expect, but I really do think it's an S-tier song, an S-tier video game music. And that's Rust. And I know, just wait a second, let me explain. The game Rust, aside from its gameplay to its community, the music for Rust is really, really good because it really does help you feel that post-apocalyptic whatever lore that's in Rust. And I think the music just goes really, really well with the environment, and also it's just fun to listen to. Every single song is just really, really well done. But in the spirit of fairness, and since this one is such a curveball, I can't rate it that high. I'm sorry, I just can't. Because I don't think it's like the best video game music out there, but I do think it's good. It deserves to be on the list. And even though I love Rust music with all my heart, I think this one's just gotta go at the bottom, just to keep the masses happy. Though it is good. Next up on the list is Twilight Princess. There are like 1,000 Legend of Zelda games, and they're all really, really good, for the most part. The train one's kind of iffy, but I firmly believe that Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess is the best Zelda game that has ever been created. Period. End stop. Nothing. Not after that. And when it comes to the music, I think it's the same thing, because it's such a gritty game, and the music kind of helps match that grittiness that the game brings, and kind of that realisticness that you normally wouldn't see in a Legend of Zelda game. And the music's just really, really good. This was a really special game to me, and the music for this game is just absolutely phenomenal, which is why, in my opinion, I think it's better than Skyrim music. I think so far this is the best music I've ever heard in a video game so far. It's just that good. If you haven't played the game, go buy yourself a Wii, go buy yourself the disc. If you have one, go pull it out of the attic or basement or wherever you're hiding your stuff. It's good. Next up on the list is Dark Souls. And since there's only 3 Dark Souls games, I'm just gonna make them all inclusive just because. I think it reaches the cutoff point of not having to do a specific game. I think any From Software game, especially Dark Souls, they always have the best music for their games. And a lot of the music that they do have, whenever they have music in the game, it's always for boss fights. And each boss fight music is just so unique. And especially in Dark Souls, every single Dark Souls boss music has been just so interesting. It really is an experience every single time, every single song, every single boss. It's awesome. It's good. It's really good. Having said that though, I don't think it's better than Twilight Princess. Ooh, I don't think it's better than Skyrim, but I do think it's better than Super Smash Bros. Brawl. So far on this little list, we're gonna put it at third. Third out of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 out of 8 so far, that's pretty good. But now we're getting down to the final 2. The final 2 that I'm sure, I mean, this one just had to be on there, right? I wouldn't do you guys dirty like this without including this one in, because it just has to be Minecraft. Minecraft music is just so good. You already know where it's going, all right? It's going to the top, without a shadow of a doubt. I have never seen video game music get people in such a rifle more than this game and the music that was made for this game, because it's just so good. Every single song is just solid. And the reason why it's so good, I think, is because it doesn't follow anything. It's a sandbox game, and I think the music kind of matches, because it's just kind of music for music's sake. It's not triggered by anything. That's not true. That's not true. But for the most part, it's not triggered by anything. It's just music that just appears whenever you're walking around in the game or going in caves or stuff. And each one is just so phenomenally done. And even like 10, 14 years later, it's music that people are just so well familiar with. And it's for that reason, so far on this list, it's got to go at the top. Now you might be thinking, there's nothing else that could even come close, right? Why do you even do this list? There's nothing that can beat that. But we do have a challenger, and it's a big one. And that, my friends, is Super Mario Galaxy. I talked about this last week, and I'm going to stand my ground when it comes to this. Super Mario Galaxy has some of the best music I have ever heard in my life. This is including both 1 and 2, the Minecraft ones including the alpha and the beta. But when it comes to like this video game music, nothing has come close to beating Super Mario Galaxy. The only one that's really been a contender was the Minecraft music, but even then, it's very close. I know I just said it wasn't that close, but that one was close. That one was really close for me. But the fact of the matter is, it's just Super Mario Galaxy just has so many songs, a lot more than the Minecraft ones, and each one is such a banger. Every single one, constantly. And it's for that reason, my friends, and it's gonna take a lot of courage to do this, I'm putting Super Mario Galaxy at the top. And there it is. So this is the batch of the 10 S-tier video game music songs and albums that I decided to do. Again, best of the best, but out of the best, which one was the best? Well, going down the list, we had Rust at 10, Doom at 9, Reach at 8, Undertale at 7, Super Smash Bros. Brawl at 6, Dark Souls at 5, Skyrim at 4, Legend of Zelda at 3, Minecraft at 2, and Super Mario Galaxy at 1. And there you have it. That's the official list for this batch. Official, uncontested, just science, you know? It's just science. And if you think I got it wrong, well, sucks to suck. And if you think that I left out any more games, just let me know in the comments down below, and maybe I'll do another one. But that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, if indeed you still are. My name is Brockster, and I bid you all adieu.